Hello, everybody, and welcome to Football Card Friday, episode number 3. And in today's video, we will be opening a 75 football card pack from Walgreens. Let's go ahead and get into the opening. Now, these cards, there are quite a few that come out. We get 75 cards plus a bonus pack. The bonus pack will be opened in a future video. But the very first card we have is a Snow Days card for DeAndre Hopkins, the superstar wide receiver for the Texans. We're going to go ahead and set that right there. Very next, we have Moon Scrambles to Daylight. Warren Moon, a Hall of Famer. We're going to set his card right there. We have Jacob Green, a defensive end for the Seattle Seahawks. Set his card over here. Jack Trudeau of the Indianapolis Colts. Devon Bess of the Dolphins. Marino, Miami Rally to Win, 1990 replay card. Dan Marino is a legendary quarterback from Miami, and we will be putting his card over here. And next up, we have Al Toon, wide receiver for the Jets. I have several of his autographs, and may send him this one to add one more to the collection. Next up, we have Willie Gault, wide receiver for the Raiders. Then we have the MVP card for Brock Heward of the Seahawks. We pulled this one last time and have pulled it again. And then here we have Kevin Falk, a rookie card for the 1999 season. Next up we have Tiki Barber of the Giants. And next up we have Alexander Wright, Dallas Cowboys wide receiver. And then we have Doug Flutie, New England Patriots quarterback. Next up we have Phil Simms, New York Giants quarterback. This is an older card, looks to be from '89. Next up we have Travis Curtis, Cardinal safety. And next up we have Pollard, Set for Action Steelers card. After that we have Wade Wilson, a quarterback. Next up we have a Tony Casillas card, nose tackle for the Falcons. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. Next up we have Stephon Page, wide receiver for the Chiefs. Next card is Bubba Paris, tackle for the San Francisco 49ers. Next up we have Eddie Murray, kicker for the Detroit Lions. And here's an old card. Steelers defensive end Dwight White. This is one of the oldest cards I've seen. It is 1977. We're going to set that one over there. That's a really old card. And next up we have Mike Wiltshire, outer linebacker for the Rams. And then we have this guy. This is Rod Bernstein, Chargers running back. Next up is Tim Turner, kicker for the Broncos. Jim Turner, excuse me. And then we have John Offerdahl, superstar linebacker for the Dolphins. I have several of his autographs, and hopefully we'll be adding this one to the collection. The next card is, wow, look at those pants. Okay, who is this? Shane Conlon, Bills linebacker. This guy was amazing back in the day. We're going to set him over here. Next up, we have Brad Johnson's playoff zone card, quarterback for the Vikings. Next up is Chris Martin, linebacker for the Chiefs. Next up is Norm Johnson, place kicker for the Seattle Seahawks. After him, we have Rob Riddick, running back for the Bills. We have a draft card. Who is this? Anthony Thomas, running back for the Cardinals. Next card we have is Jim Covert, O-lineman for the Chicago Bears. Next up, we have Kelvin Martin, wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. And Brian Brennan, wide receiver for the Browns. My voice just cracked. The next card is for Dwayne Bickett, linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts. And the next up, we have Ray Donaldson, a center for the Colts. Back-to-back Colts players right there. Next up, we have T.J. Yeldon for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The next card is, let's flip it around, there we go. Running back for the Barcelona Dragons, Yadel Carr. Next up is Rob Thomas, a wide receiver for the Chiefs. And then we pull Keith McKellar, a tight end for the Bills. Next up is Keith McCants, a linebacker for the Buccaneers. Ray Bentley, linebacker for the Bills. The next card is Martin Mayhew, cornerback for the Redskins. The next card, ooh, this one looks different. What is this? Crowd control card for the Bills. I'm not entirely sure what this card is. That's interesting. I haven't seen one of those. And next up is Chip Colmer, kicker for the Redskins. And then we have Scott Radicek, linebacker for the Bills. Next up is Marshawn Lynch, running back for the Seattle Seahawks. This man is one of the greatest power backs of the modern era. And the next one is Roy Green, Cardinals wide receiver. And then we have Ken Harvey of the Cardinals, back-to-back Cardinals players. And a third Cardinals player in a row, Ernie Jones. Next player we have is Stacy Turan, safety for the Raiders. And then we have Steve Tasker, special teams and wide receiver for the Bills. This guy I highly believe is one of the best special teams players of all time. I have several of his autographs, and I would like to add this one as well. And next up we have Frank Sanders playoff card. And next up we pull a Hall of Fame Andre Reed, receiver for the Buffalo Bills. The next card is for Derek Alexander of the Kansas City Chiefs. And next up is Art Monk, wide receiver for the Redskins. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to set him over the Hall of Famer collection. Next up is a Super Bowl 12 card. We have another card for Chip Lohmiller, kicker for the Redskins. And our next card is for Will Wolford of the Colts. Next up is Doug Williams, quarterback for the Redskins. Next up is another Hall of Famer, Anthony Munoz, a tackle for the Bengals, one of the greatest offensive linemen of all time. And next up, we have our second rookie card for Randall Cobb. We pulled one in the last pack opening, and we now have a second Randall Cobb rookie card. That's amazing. And next up, we have Reggie Wayne, wide receiver for the Colts. And next up, we have another legendary player, Sean Taylor, safety for the Redskins, arguably one of the greatest safeties of all time. I'm going to set him over here. And next up, we have Mike Doss, safety for the Colts. He is wearing Brian Dawkins, number 20, although being a different team. Still interesting to point out. And next up, we have a gorgeous card for... This is a rookie card. Oh, this is a rookie card. This is cool. Okay, who is this? Jerome Patron, I believe is his name. Let's flip it over and see. Jerome Pathan, excuse me. It's from Washington. 3-year totals. Python benefited from an all-pro quarterback in Peyton Manning. All right, this is really cool. So we're going to set this one over here. And our next card is Eugene Daniel, cornerback for the Colts. Next card is Jeff Bostick, center for the Redskins. Next up, we have Bill Brooks, Colts wide receiver. I have several of his autographs as well, and probably going to send him this one. Next up, we have Albert Lewis of the Chiefs. Following this, we have Troy Stratford, a running back for the Chiefs. So back-to-back Chiefs players there. Next up, we have a draft card for Dale Carter, a safety. So this is likely his rookie card. We'll set this over here. And next up, we have a rookie card for Teddy Bridgewater. Bridgewater is currently the starting quarterback down in New Orleans following Brees' thumb injury. And hopefully Bridgewater can do really good for the Saints and lead them to more playoffs, and then let Brees take back over and do what he does best. So, Teddy Bridgewater, rookie card. He's a quarterback originally from the Minnesota Vikings. And our final card is a rookie card for Prince Amukamara of the New York Giants. He is another amazing defender. So in total, we pulled, let's see, several Hall of Fame. You can see the stack there. I'm going to pull out the rookie cards. See, that's 5 rookie cards. Several Hall of Famers. I'm going to kind of spread them all around here so we can see just what we've got. Here's another rookie card. Let's bring it down here. So you can see the rookie cards for Randall Cobb, for Kevin Falk, Jerome Pathan, Teddy Bridgewater, Prince Amukamara, Dale Carter, the Brock Hewitt MVP card, and then you go up Dan Marino, Warren Moon, DeAndre Hopkins, Sean Taylor, Andre Reed, Anthony Munoz card, Art Monk, Dwight, I've got his card in there because it is one of the oldest cards I've pulled, and then Tony Casillas. So yeah, that will just about wrap it up for Football Card Friday, episode number 3. I hope you all enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, because this will be a weekly series where we open a new pack of cards every single Friday at 1 p.m. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next Friday.